In this video, we are going to be looking at two of the best games played with the Danish Gambit. The Danish Gambit is an opening we play with the white pieces, and here white offers two pawns for free, and black definitely takes it if it's the Danish Gambit accepted variation. And then white has good development while black doesn't have a development, so it's a really aggressive opening. So if you play this, it's better to play this in rapid or a blitz game, and not suitable for higher players definitely. So that's how we start the game: e4 e5 and d4, offering the first pawn. E takes d4, then we offer a second pawn. D takes c3, and now we develop our bishop first, so he takes another pawn because why not. And then bishop takes on b2. And now as you see, you're eyeing down the f7 and the g7 pawns, so the bishops are really strong and black has got no development yet. So now the queen was played to g5 in this game between Lasker Emmanuel and Henry Edward. So well, obviously you attacked the g2 pawn here, and white went knight f3 and saying go ahead, take the pawn. That's what he did, took the pawn, and then rook g1 attacking the queen. Here first, Lasker Emmanuel gave a check and he defends the check this way, and now his queen is under attack. So Lasker Emmanuel takes his queen to h3, and now you have this option to sack your bishop on f7. The idea is you can't take with the king, because if you take with the king then you go on in this fork and you lose your queen, so you can't take it. And hence in the game, after bishop takes on f7 was played, the king went to d8. Now the other bishop takes on g7, and here black is already lost. He is going to lose his rook, like there's no way to save it. And well, knight to e7 was played, and instead of taking, uh, Henry Edward played this brilliant move, which was attacking the queen as well as threatening a mate in one. So, well, there was nothing much to be done here, and we have this brilliant game. He just saves his queen helplessly because there's nothing better he could have done, and it's a mate in one. The second game that I'm going to show you was played between Maczuski and Lindehn Hans. I'm sure you must have not heard of these names. Even I don't know who are these, but the game they played was really brilliant and worth watching and learning how dangerous the Danish Gambit can be when these actually poisoned pawns are sacrificed. So, well, the same opening as the previous one, offering two pawns, developing both the bishops. And in this game, first, well, uh, Magzuski gave a check, and that's how Linden defended it. And then knight f6 attacking this pawn again. So, well, Hans was like, okay, go ahead, take the pawn. And now he's three pawns down, but still look at white's development. All of his pieces are out and attacking the open. So, well, he goes for castle, takes, knight takes, and now starts the attack. And now black's king is just open in the e file, and he'll just get attacked from all sides, and it will end in a checkmate. I'll show you many variations in between. So now bishop takes on c3, and bishop takes on c3. Now look at the strong bishops attacking the f7 and g7 pawns as they were in the previous game as well, and the rook is ready to rule the e file, and there's nothing can be done to stop all of these four pieces from combinedly attacking the king. So black plays queen to g5 as he did in the previous game as well. There are these moves as well with the queen that I'll show the variation. But like, here black really has to be careful. If he plays some weird move, like let's say he simply castles, now that's just a forced mate. With this variation, as you can see here, now there's no way to stop a checkmate. So black really has to be careful. So that's why he played queen g5. Now rook e1 check was played in the game by Lindehn Hans, and then king to d8. King to f8 is also an option, but that's a really bad option because it is a checkmate. You first give a check with the bishop. The only legal move is, okay, he could have played, but then rook, he could have played g8, king g8, but then rook e8 was a checkmate, so he defends with the pawn, let's say. Then you sacrifice your bishop this way, and then give a check with the queen. The only legal move is king g8, and then you give a beautiful back rank checkmate. So definitely king f8 was really bad. So the king went to g8, and this isn't good either. So now white offers another free pawn, and like, the Danish gambit is filled with offering pawns, and now queen takes the pawn, which was again a big mistake because now he straight away went for the rook, and now whatever you play, you are just gone here because the rook controls the e file, and well, there's no stopping. It's really hard to stop the mate now. So rook to g8 was played, protecting the rook and attacking the bishop, and here queen to g4 was played. I mean, this move is really hard to find, but it's a really interesting move. You're not offering a free queen actually, because you can't take the queen. You definitely can't, because now it's a mate in one this way. That's just a checkmate. There's no way to stop it. So in this, okay, sorry about that. So black went back with the queen, but that isn't of any help either, as it's a mate in two. That's the mate. You first give a check, and well, let's say the queen takes. Mm, if the queen doesn't take, if the queen blocks, then that's a mate. And if the queen takes, then again the same thing. It's just a mate. So that's what happens if you don't play the Danish gambit properly. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Thanks.